I think we got some special people in the building tonight. Murrow back. Got a special guest, a brand ambassador. A brand ambassador. I never had one of those in here before, but we'll see what it do. Test. There we go. My mic was tripping at first. It ain't want to work. Hey, so we back. My name is Hyman. Protocol's not here, but we do have our good friend
Murrow.
Murrow, go ahead, give him the rundown on your name, sir.
Murrow, known for stacking bread, getting ahead, and I will lay the lead.
All right, and I want to go ahead and introduce our special guest. He's a brand ambassador for Clutch City Stoners, Mr. Darby.
Hey, now.
He's been out here before, or not. This is his first time up to the show, but we've talked about it in the past, and so we're glad that we could get him up here. So, Darby, you want to go ahead and give the folks an introduction about who it is that you are, what it is that you do, and, all this other great stuff.
Okay, let's see. I am an author, activist, innovator, conscious advisor, brand ambassador, an intellectual property strategist, and I probably run for an office.
I was going to kind of act like you sounded like you the mayor of the city.
I'm running for mayor next week.
We're running for the city.
I'm going to smoke a sweet on my commercial. So just going to have to deal with me like that.
Hey, I'm Darby. You should vote for me.
Yeah, exactly.
I approve this message.
That'll actually be a good campaign.
Yeah, I think we can make that happen. I mean, look at how many people in this city would vote for somebody who's one about cannabis legalization, and then also about really just cannabis legalization. A bunch of people, I think. I know you get my vote automatically for it. And so, Darby, this is your first time up here. You don't know it, but we usually have a strain of the day. So what's a strain that you've tried that you just really like that you would want for us to have as the strain of the day?
Oh man, that's crazy. See, everybody smokes OG now.
Yeah. And we've had quite a few OGs like for
listen.
Ooh, what you got?
But we be changing.
Right, all the time.
Sour diesel used to be something completely different than what
Super
they advertise
dope.
sour diesel is now.
Right.
Sour diesel used to be that lit.
Yeah.
It used to be
that
like
gas.
Yeah, that's
like you ain't doing shit else.
I ain't seen nothing like that in a long
in a minute.
And I done seen a lot. So I done went White Widow. I done went Moon Rock. What's the new one they got to start with an L?
I don't know that one. A new strain that start with an L?
Yes. They say it's stronger than everything.
I ain't heard that one.
But I don't like them hybrids. But I'm going to go with sour diesel. The old sour diesel.
We're going with the diesel. All right. So sour diesel. A legendary strain.
No bullshit.
Coming fresh from that West Coast. But really made a name out there in New York City. Also gets branded as New York City Power Diesel and all that stuff there, but it came from the West Coast. So sour diesel, sometimes called sour D, is an invigorating sativa-dominant strain named after its pungent diesel-like aroma, and that's coming from Leafly. And I think this is one of those strains because I've done some research on some that as well as OG. Nobody knows really where the hell it is that they come from. It's just like these strains popped up and took over the market.
That's that patent number 24566.
Yeah. Minus the government patent part shit on it, but like this shit popped up and took off and it's for real been there. Hey, Murrow, so you got a word of the day for us?
Yes, the word of the day is cannabis proliferation, which is the diffusion of pro-cannabis policies throughout the country. And
that is not a
Western
word that
culture.
most stoners are going to use in their regular ass conversations.
That's the thing. If stoners ever want to be taken seriously, they've got to start speaking in a way that demands that they be.
I want to be taken seriously, but I don't know if I'm going to use... So explain to us, what is cannabis proliferation?
It is the diffusion throughout broader culture and society of cannabis in edibles, in smokable form in magazine, on shirts. It's essentially cannabis becoming what sadly cocaine did 30 years ago,
That's
thanks
what I
to
was
the
gonna
great
say.
Eric
Like,
Clapton song.
we're just putting it all in their face.
Yes.
Completely just all in their faces all the
Yes,
time.
only we haven't had, the director of UCLA say that smoking cannabis is no more dangerous than downhill skiing.
No, but we have had David Stern start to come out on behalf of cannabis legalization and relooking at these laws.
David
Stern, former NBA commissioner.
To be fair, David Stern is a realist. David Stern makes his money in a business heavily populated
He used to,
by...
but I also remember when David Stern put in place that dress code and was hating on Allen Iverson. So
he was wrong.
David Stern ain't never always been this cool of a person.
It's not about being cool. It's not about being cool. He knows where the money's made.
See, now it's first they were saying, "Oh, people can't operate, can't do play sports like that." Then Michael Phelps come
swimming, and I think it might have been because he was a white boy.
Well, not just Michael Phelps, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar said he and Norm Nixon, Magic all used to sit around and smoke before they played. I think they played at quite a high level. I wasn't a Lakers fan, but I think they played.
You weren't a Lakers fan, but you're a Dodgers fan, and you're from LA.
Like I said, I grew up.
He wasn't a Clippers fan. I know. Like I said,
I grew up a Dodger. That was my little league team. I did United Way commercials.
So you ain't fuck with no Christmas type parties. Of basketball.
I liked the Chicago Bulls and Michael Jordan. WGN was a very potent force.
WGN, that was like the free cable channel for everybody else.
I mean, WGN.
You could just watch everybody else shit.
For me, it was I got home from school before my brothers and sisters, and I could watch all the cartoons before they got home and wanted to watch TV.
I'm glad that you talked about cannabis proliferation as far as being the word of the day, and how we just trying to put it out there all over everything. So, Mr. Darby, we tell us a little bit about Clutch City Stoners.
All right, basically, it's not just the Clutch City Stoners because that's based around the Rockets mascot Clutch.
Right.
We just put a blunt in his mouth so we could just represent for the city because weed is a brand.
Right.
We've figured out that everything has its niche to it that comes with the crowd. So weed is one. Fitness is one. Comedy is one.
True.
Babies are one.
True.
And they're all, it's not like I got to choose one. Whichever one you go into, you can make millions of dollars doing both.
Right.
So, because you're pandering to that crowd. So, if you're pandering to the smokers crowd from Houston, if I'm from Houston, there ain't no smoke culture here.
Unfortunately, it's not. And that's the reason why we're having this type of show and others that are starting to pop up that's dealing with this culture.
Because everybody smoke, but it's not a smoke culture.
Yeah.
Like, it is when somebody performs like Wiz Khalifa come or Devin the Dude, but you don't got no currency, but you don't got no jet
sitting down all the time.
You know what I'm saying? That's not even our rappers. It's not what they coming like, hey,
they about pouring up. We got a sipping culture.
There is no Houston 420 festival.
No Houston 420.
But I think that's only because of the legalization status. Yeah. If it was legal and if we had the balls of Austin, we do it. We can do it because you can walk around here with 4 zips.
Yeah, so
4 ounces on you. For those who've been paying attention to the words of the day, Zip has been one a few episodes back. But yeah, the fact that you can walk around now, not just here, but also in Dallas.
Jace is on the podcast.
That's fine. Jace, you want to cross some more?
On the podcast, talk here. Say what's up. Yeah, I know.
So Jace is. I'm glad to see that we are actually trying to go ahead and start more of that cannabis culture here or marijuana culture here in Houston, and just see really where it is that it can go to. So where do you see this type of culture and movement going to, Darby?
I believe Texas is going to push for legalization.
How long?
5 years, maybe.
So my bet is 4, and so that just gives 2 legislative sessions. So I think within 2 legislative sessions, Texas will see how much money it is that is missing and be ready to go ahead and move into cannabis.
I don't see it. I think Texas has seen the last 21, 22 years of the rest of the world making legal weed money, and solving problems with the money from legal weed and said, no, I think that Texas, even in the next 2 or the next 10 legislative sessions,
you're just
will
a
still be
downer.
too
You
red to
you have no
legalize.
faith in Texas and all the greatness that is in this state.
I have faith in political reality not changing when one of the major parties in a state, i.e., the one that is usually pro cannabis, doesn't work off year elections. If you don't work off your elections, you can't control anything
Well,
in Texas.
I think that we'll kind of
Texas
see.
is they're radicals. They'll do anything just to like piss on America. They try to
will.
secede.
Just for the hell of
Exactly.
it.
Texas will be, marijuana could be federally legal tomorrow. It would still be illegal under state law here and in Mississippi.
I really doubt that. I really doubt that. You go ahead and control and continue to have this extremely
realistic view of Texas.
No. Look at the major state. Look at the major cities inside the state of Texas. Houston, Austin, Dallas, Corpus Christi. And Corpus isn't even a major city, but most of the major cities in this state, or San Antonio, they're looking at moving toward a friendlier marijuana policy. We have people starting to starting to wake up and to see, you know what, throwing all these people in jail over weed is not cool. That's not a good move.
Harris County is what the
4th largest county in the country.
And it'll never happen.
And they already they already legalized 4 ounces.
Thank you.
That
was
something we thought would never happen.
Never.
It hasn't happened. Let's all get QPs and go to the parade tomorrow and see if we don't end up spending the night downtown.
We'll get a ticket.
We'll be downtown before our heads can stop spinning.
We're going to get a ticket, man.
I mean, yeah, you get a ticket and you go to a class.
Let's go test this law, boys.
No, because I don't need no reason for the laws to just fuck with me. But I know within the rights that I'm given, I can do this. But while you believe that Texas won't, we do know that Texas just opened or approved for that first dispensary to open up, even though it's just dealing with low THC, high CBD. That's some type of movement in the right path, though. You have to acknowledge that.
I acknowledge that you can get
medical marijuana. I mean, for medicinal use.
I acknowledge that you can get oil. Now, if you have cancer or something and need to smoke, you're still screwed in Texas.
The medical industry is going to start really using marijuana as a tool to cure cancer, and that's when states are going to have to accept it.
I happen to agree. I read a story recently about the University of Florida. $3.5 million grant from the National Institutes of Health, 5 years to study substitution therapies with cannabis as a substitute for opioid-based pain management.
I think that's going to be...
But that's Florida, not Texas.
True. But give us some time. I think that Texas doesn't like losing money. Texas watches so much money.
To do it every day.
Hey, they watch so much money going to Colorado, going to other places and things like that.
If that's the case, why haven't they legalized gambling? They watch money go to Louisiana.
Gambling is different.
Billion.
Fuck that. You give gambling in Louisiana, you let them continue to run that. Fuck gambling. Like, that shit little.
It's money in Texas.
Gambling is little,
Texas got the big money.
Texas is worried about natural resource money.
Yes, and there's
cannabis is a natural resource.
Cannabis
cattle,
is a natural resource.
Thank you.
It's a natural resource in Georgia too. They're not playing down there, boy.
That's true, but even they're starting to make these different types of changes. But you know, we'll only see because only time can tell. And if folks go ahead and continue to participate in the electoral process, then we can go ahead and make these things happen that much quicker. And it looks like we're bumping right up against the news. So here's Walter Chronic and Brett Murrow. Murrow, you want to start off with a story first, or you want me to go?
This from current events in marijuana. It appears if Texas and no other state is betting on legal cannabis, apparently Big Beverage is the company that controls Corona and Modelo, several other popular
Mexican
brands.
companies.
Has just made an investment. They've brought 10% of Canada's largest marijuana company. And
they bought what?
They have brought 10% of the largest marijuana producer in Canada.
Wow.
And they are expecting to see very nice profits.
Well,
also, this from the fires in California. It turns out all this time people have said, well, it's the feds or it's the states. That's the reason why the crop growers couldn't have insurance. As well as it turns out, no.
It was the feds.
No, it's the companies themselves. Lloyd's of London.
They can't take cash.
Lloyd's of London had been insuring marijuana crops. They've been doing it in Holland
for how long?
Well, they had been doing it in Holland for ever because, they have their coffee shops and it's a thing with them. And they had expanded their program to the U.S. They got in it heavy in 2011 or 12. And then in 2015, they sent all their customers in the marijuana business letters saying that they were not going to renew their policies.
So do you not think that Lloyd's of London wound up getting some type of letter from the Fed saying that you can't engage in this type of activity here in America?
I think Lloyd's of London got caught up trying to read the political winds and jumped the gun.
Well, fact remains the same. They can't have it.
Well, yes, they can. You can get it on the what is called the second line insurance market for high risk investments such as junk bonds or powerboat builders or things like that. You can get it. The policies are they're expensive and they're relatively limited, but they are out there. It's just that not many people have them because not many people know about them.
Okay. Well, New Jersey court determines state must recognize marijuana's medical value. So, hey, fuck you, Chris Christie, because you was talking about, well, if we're going to go ahead and legalize pot, why don't we go ahead and legalize heroin and all these other drugs?
Because then Chris Christie would lose weight, be a normal-sized person.
And he doesn't want that. He wants to be a fatty.
His wife would put him on a diet of a couple of balloons of heroin a day until he got down to the size of 1.5 people instead of 3, and I don't think he wants that.
So, staying on the East Coast, I want to go ahead and talk about this one as well. Cops, NYPD officers, allegedly the country's best or what have you. I don't know. This comes from weednews.co. 2 NYPD cops charged with raping a teen after marijuana arrest.
That's just wrong.
A New York City grand jury indicted 2 Brooklyn narcotics officers late last week on charges they raped an 18-year-old woman after arresting her for smoking marijuana. The alleged victim says that she was assaulted while handcuffed in the back of a police van in the parking lot of a Chipotle. They pulled her and 2 friends over. Once they saw what type of drugs they were going to get off of them, they told their friends they can go. The 2 guys, they can go, and went ahead and proceeded to continuously assault this young lady. So, NYPD cops, you guys are disgusting. At least the 2 of you.
I don't think anybody would mind if these 2 guys were left in their cells with trash bags and found hanging later. I really don't think anybody. Yet again, if some of their colleagues wanted to get a little quick on the trigger and stand up for the department, I think you guys would get medals instead of public scorn.
Well, hey, Murrow's calling for your public execution. I
call for that for all rapists. All rapists.
At least you're fair. At least you are fair. I say just hang them by their balls. That's a horrible death from what I've seen.
I say subject them to rape.
Yeah, that might work. So Darby, what's the next thing that you see coming up in the cannabis space?
This is what I wanted to discuss with you guys anyway. Where do y'all see investing?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Because now people are telling me, hey, all of the cannabis industry is penny stocks.
Yeah.
It is. It's if you're looking to dip your toe into equity investing, the penny stocks is a good place to start. I mean, to be fair, 20 years ago, this little company called Amazon, there was a guy in Seattle selling books out of his garage. He was down around 15 or 20 a share. I think he's doing some things now on a little bigger scale. He brought a newspaper back east a couple of years ago.
Jeff Bezos is who he's talking about, folks, in case you're too stoned to even think about who.
But
Jeff Bezos is who
Amazon,
he's talking about.
Like I said, they were a penny stock. Google was a penny stock for a long time. We covered a couple episodes back the 3 best investments to be made in cannabis.
So yours are talking about. So you're looking at penny stocks. Me, on the other hand, I would suggest
dispensaries.
Not just dispensaries, but what is that person into? Because a dispensary is cool, but you got to look at how much is going to go into that. I think the person just has to figure out what type of investment are they looking to put into it, what type of return are they looking to come back, and then how active do they want to be involved in it. If you have a green thumb and you can grow something, look at being a grower. If you just want to put your money up and get something back, maybe backing a grow operation or going in with a group of folks to back that type of operation. I'd even love to see a vending machine, just having different types of edibles that's up there for somebody to be able to easily go pick and choose.
It's being done up in Colorado.
Well, hey, I mean, we know that those opportunities are out there, but just trying to find different types of investment opportunities for folks, because I look at it like this. This is the last really good gold rush that we know of. And a lot of times people who look like us, black males, are definitely going to be left out of it. So we might as well get in it in whatever type of shape, form, or fashion we can.
I think cryptocurrency is a gold rush.
And there are some nanotechnology companies.
We got a couple minutes. Let's talk about this cryptocurrency.
I think civilizations are going to fall because of it.
I mean, they are. Let's be honest. A $10 investment in Bitcoin in 2007 is worth, I think, $45 million now.
Well, I mean, the SEC is starting to offer warnings to celebrities who are standing behind Bitcoin. So, like Floyd wound up getting a paper in the mail saying, "Hey, you still supposed to report whether or not you're getting paid for this or not." I feel you on Bitcoin. Countries are really being threatened by it.
Yeah, the thing about it is, if I have $1 million American dollars and I put it in Bitcoin and the dollar drops, I am now the richest man in America.
Yeah.
Because everybody else's money doesn't matter.
True.
And what I have, I can use to actually spend. You can't spend yours.
Dog.
Same goes for other countries, And now they got it to where people are creating their own currency. So it's like, goddamn, I create my own currency. If I get a wave of any kind of information or money behind that, then I can transfer that over and what mine is worth. I can drop the dollar off of mine.
The only problem I see with the cryptocurrencies is when you put your money in a cryptocurrency, it's not covered by the FDIC.
True.
That's the one drawback.
But as just as the internet can crash and Bitcoin and everything can disappear, so can those banks.
Yeah, they can disappear, but there's still a huge government to hold accountable for your money, and they realize
no one to hold accountable.
They learned it. I think they learned after 2008 that they will be. And
I'm putting all my money in cannabis, be it seeds, be it buds. This is shit I can trade. Fuck it. You know what? I need food. Hey, I'll give you a gram.
Gold.
Bet.
I'm putting some in cannabis, some in nanotechnology, some in some of these new cancer treatments that are being developed. Some of these new AI things.
The AI that people are talking to and like want to marry and shit like that.
They're fucking, they're marrying.
Yeah, that's another thing.
They have a baby that you can have.
I am really looking to invest heavily in some company that produces those sex robots, because you want to talk about a gold rush. Somebody is going to have an all-robot brothel staffed with Beyonce, the Kardashians, Alicia Keys.
Somebody going to be in there getting their dick ripped off. fucking too strong.
Hey, I didn't say
grew up on that monkey.
Well, hey, guys were giving themselves heart attacks with Viagra first hit the market. That didn't stop Pfizer from making billions on it. But I'm telling you, somebody is going to start an all-celebrity sex robot brothel. And
It's going to be in Vegas, down the street from that Native American dispensary.
That's the thing. If you're using robots, you can do it anywhere because it's not a crime.
Still prostitution.
No, it's not. It's not a crime.
They ain't walking the stroll no more.
You need a human victim.
You can't.
You need a human victim to have a crime. If there is no victim, there is no crime. So that's the thing. You can do it anywhere, and mark my words.
They'll be cleaner than humans.
Mark my words.
Way cleaner.
10 to 15 years, maybe sooner, somebody is going to have a brothel. It is going to be staffed with celebrity lookalikes of the hottest broads that everybody...
So who would be the celebrity lookalike that you'd bang?
Honestly, don't know. I never really looked at celebrities.
I'm going for Pam Grier. No lie. I want that throwback from the 70s. Pam Grier, I'm good.
I never really looked at celebrities. I'd have them build me a Michelle Obama.
So that's the celebrity that you try to get at, that you try to bang in as a robot.
Well, I try to bang her as a person. Her husband might very well have disappeared from the record of ever having existed, but...
Yeah,
I think I would be incurring a rather powerful enemy, but
it'd be worth it. So Darby, as we get ready to
try it right now.
Yes,
yeah, you would.
Why not?
Yeah, I mean,
what you about to say?
Tell us some things that you got coming up. Where it is folks can find you. These types of things.
They can find me at Pop Darby on Instagram, POP_DARBY. We got this Ear to the Streets media coming right back out. That's it is what it sounds like. Same thing as Southern Hospitality Radio. And Creative Group Economics, man. What we have going on in the cannabis industry is going to be pretty amazing when it comes to Denver. We're going to be in Denver for 420, and we're also going...
Really? So what's going on 420?
We have a guy who owns a marijuana lounge in the network. His name is Troy. And inside of this marijuana lounge, we're going to get mostly the Houston artists and everybody else that we can get to
go out there.
The whole block for 420.
We're coming down the slabs.
I really wasn't going to reveal it, but we're working on Wu-Tang.
We're working on what?
Wu-Tang. Getting Wu-Tang for 420.
Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with. You know, and if it's anybody from this city who can get in touch with them, I'm pretty sure it's you.
Oh no, they know them. They already own it.
The Wu-Tang already on it.
They know the guy who owns our marijuana lounge. He is locked in with them. He brought them out for the last 3 years. So this year we're working on the Wu-Tang and we're trying to get Wiz Khalifa.
Let me know. I'm putting my money up into that investment. Hey, so as we get ready to wrap up, we definitely want to go ahead and thank our sponsors, the Professional Black Stoner, Protocol Vaping Co., TG Edibles, So Blowed Apparel Co., and I want to thank y'all for listening, rocking with us. Shout out to Darby for coming through, being on the episode. Also, Murrow, definitely thank you very much, sir.
No problem.
For your addition to this show. All right. Hey, stay tuned in. We holler at y'all boys later. Peace. Smoke some, bitch.